Hey guys, it is Starbolt Starcraft here, and welcome to, I guess, another episode of World Wants 10. All I'm going to say quickly about this, I'll explain more when the beginning kind of mining trees section, but I want to kind of get quickly into the video itself. But first, I want to mention the reasoning as to why this is for a brand new start is because, in a shortened version of it, so I don't throw people's attentions away. Someone whom I shall not name because I don't want to give them any more attention has given my computer a virus. Only a week or two after I did those videos, and I was actually working on another All the Mods 10 video. I was kind of in the middle of it. I was doing some other stuff. I was in the middle of it, and yeah. So I had to factory reset my entire computer, make sure that all the files were deleted, so that just to make sure that it's not hidden in one of those files. So unfortunately, and I completely forgot to save the files, so that's kind of on me. My bad. Sorry. So really, the best thing that I can do right now is to just start over and do another thing. So the start wasn't really that great anyway, and there's some things I kind of want to get into doing, which I'll talk about in a minute, and I want to talk about some other stuff as well, like why I've kind of have this hiatus in a way of not being able to upload and kind of what my life has been during all this time and how complicated and all that stuff. So we'll just go ahead. This was a previous attempt that did not work, so I'll go ahead and delete that. But and I can also partly talk about while we're waiting for the thing to do its thing because it normally takes a while. So to kind of start off a little bit of talking as we're waiting for this, I pretty much there's been a lot on my mind throughout everything. I mean, throughout, this month, this week, today. Oh, that's time to name it Stream World. But yeah, like I said, there's a lot going on all at once. And, I'm trying to balance, trying to figure myself out, and trying to figure out, my personality. Well, I know my personality, but trying to figure out all this stuff about myself while also trying to do a whole bunch of other stuff, like balancing, again, trying to figure myself out and doing the YouTube stuff. And also, I want to start streaming, and I want to do bigger YouTube projects other than this smaller stuff. Like, I want to find a mod pack that I could try to 100% complete in a video and make that video like about an hour, hour and a half long. And like no longer than that. But I want to do those kinds of things, and right now it's it's really hard because I'm not talking about all this to try to get sympathy or you know because I know a lot of people do that, but I promise you that I'm just you know explaining the truth of reality of things. I mean, it's been a busy time. I've been busy. I've been trying to make more friends. I've been trying to, you know, I've been trying to find a partner. I've been trying to do all these things. So my life has been occupied with that while also kind of doing this on the side, and it's a whole complicated thing. And actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mute that real quick. Yeah. So pretty much, what how things this is a shiny spawn. That's okay. Pretty much, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep trying to get a good basis of every 2 days, but like I mentioned before, things have been really, really difficult. Like, unbelievably difficult. It's, you know, it's crazy, and it's, I don't know why it's been the way that it has been, but it is. And, because I've got, I'm fighting depression and anxiety and all this not so fun stuff that, that it's kind of gotten in a way, has gotten a hold of me and my time, and, so I haven't really had much time for really anything as of lately. So, I've been trying my best, and I've been, again, trying to balance everything, but it's been real difficult, and it's been a real challenge to do all that. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, I'll keep trying to keep up with a good schedule and keep things going and doing all that, but I've been getting a lot of flack and a lot of it's I know I'm sounding, whiny when I'm saying this, when I'm talking about this, but it's just really, really hard when I'm trying to balance the fact that my friend list is limited. It's got like I've pretty much got nothing. And when you're trying your best to be a good person and the only response you get is nothing but like flack and attack and all that, like you've done nothing, like you've been the worst person in human history, it's crazy. It really is insane, but it's kind of just a thing that I've been dealing with. I mean, I've been, managing and all this, and Christmas is coming up too, which, it's, yeah, it's insane. It's kind of crazy. And I've been, looking for a job, and I've been kind of trying to find that kind of thing, and it's been not easy. It really has not been easy. But that's kind of, yeah, I'm gonna actually go ahead and continue. Let me turn the, not that, music and sounds. Not what I meant to do. I meant to do that. Now you should be able to hear Minecraft. But yeah, so that's kind of a thing. So that's kind of my life and why I haven't been able to do much. And I'm trying to get this YouTube thing off the ground with all of this going on, and it's not easy. Not easy at all. Not even in the slightest. But again, I managed with what I have, and I should make an axe. So, yeah. But enough about the negativity. This is Minecraft, so let's play Minecraft. The planks. I mean, at least that little chat in the beginning kind of helped us get a lot of wood. So let's just do that, and we'll actually get the floor a little bit going here after I get a little bit more wood. And also, I will mention I added the Presence Footsteps mod, so I have this extra like sound because I really like the sound. The little tippy tappy footstep, well, tippy tappy. Little footstep sounds. I like the footstep sounds that it gives me. So I'll just do those. Because I do have a lot of plans, but for right now, what I want to do is get a drawer over here for planks, and get a drawer for the logs. I also want to get all this, because that's going to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I should be able to store all this in there now. Now, first episode's not going to really be super interesting, because it's the first episode. But okay, well, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Oh, yeah, grabbing every single leaf. I do have future plans. I did not hold the glass long enough for that. There we go. Drawer 2x2, that's not bad. But yeah, I have a lot on the plate, so there's all that. And I've kind of started to lose motivation for things, so that's kind of a thing that's been going on. I have not, for some reason, found... Okay. Grab, hold, come on, there we go. So, and this is all going to be basically raw. This is all going to be raw footage of stuff. But obviously the 100 days, or the... Not 100 days, the... I'm blanking over here. The 100% is gonna be all cut up and stuff, just because, but it's gonna be cut up. But I did not think about... Let's just do that. So one of my things I want to actually get ready right now is I want to get a... Oh, this is enough clay, actually. I'm really hoping this is enough clay. Should be. But I want to open up the... to open up. Blech. I want to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this is actually after I get a little bit more cobblestone, because I need to make a furnace. And once I make a furnace, I'll go ahead and make a... clay, right. And I'll need to set the clay balls for that. Because the whole hope is actually to 100% the pack. I think I probably already mentioned that. But yeah, it is to 100% the pack. So that's kind of what we're going for. We need to get the necessary stuff first and the important stuff, especially the stuff that's going to help us to 100% like create and whatnot, which is like the iron plate farm and all that stuff, which the way that that's going to work is I actually have a few things written down, which I'll read that in a second once I cook those. I have, I have an iron farm that I want to do. I have an iron plate farm that I want to do, and I also have put down a refined storage system because I want to get that done as soon as I can. I mean, it's not going to be done in this episode, but it might be done in the next episode because it is a little bit complicated. I do have to go to the Nether, and I have to go through all that. I have to get diamonds and all that stuff. But once I get refined storage, then I'll want to do the iron farm, which basically the way that that will work is I will have a cobblestone generator, which will just be like either the cobble gen, one of these things, which is really cheap actually, because it's just, yeah, really cheap. I mean, this is the most expensive, but that's really fast. I don't need that fast. Like just iron is fine. But yeah, that's all this costs. So I'll just do that and just put like a cobblestone in there and do the whole thing, get infinite cobblestone, have that go into it would have to go into like a chute or a chest that would then go into a chute. And then have that go into a mill and have that mill go into I need iron. Okay. And then have that mill go into I'll turn it to gravel, which then will wash the gravel, turn that into iron nuggets, then we'll have the iron nuggets go into something, do something to turn them into iron ingots, and through a conveyor belt, of course, and then have the iron ingots go into actually it doesn't need to go into a drawer, and then have the iron ingots go from that into that, or I'll just use easy villagers to get the iron at iron farm and have iron going onto a conveyor belt if that is possible to do that, and then have the thing go from that to the mechanical press to turn them into things, and then I'll just have them put into a drawer. I could probably do more, but right now I'm stuck at I wouldn't really say standstill, because I'm not really stuck at a standstill. But suppose in a way I could consider myself stuck in a standstill, but You know, yeah. But that is way, way late game stuff. Alright. I don't know if I'm going to be attacked or anything, but it does not hurt to prepare. With my apologies on being tired. Sleep has been real difficult for me, so... You know, you know, I've been trying, but you know, when you got the things going on in your mind, and you got the other stuff, when you got all that stuff, it adds up into restless nights. But we're all good, we're all here, and yeah. And I was gonna make this longer, but this isn't gonna do well if it's longer, so this is actually kind of the start, or not start, but this is about the end. I'll see if I can get iron real quick, but not super counting on it. Because iron, for me, it seems, is kind of a rarity. But, no. I'm not dealing with water. No, go away, water. I don't want you, water. I can't mine that. Okay, great. That's fine, I suppose. I'll just go down this way and hope that iron is somewhere. This looks like it's geode. Is this a geode? It's a geode. Okay, well, since my pickaxe broke, I found no iron. That'll actually be it for this episode. Again, if you made it this far, hit the like button. If you enjoyed this, and hit the subscribe button down below to help support me on my journey to... I don't really have a gold mine. Just a good amount. But, and actually, I could do a little bit of cheating real quick to get what I want to get going. Because I can go down, and this is Zycraft, I don't need all this. Because I can actually go down to here, and I can go to Railcraft, and I can do this, and I can attach me some iron. Which then, I can make a chest with the iron that I just snagged to make that. And I can do that, and that. Hopper Botany. And I already got the 2x2, so I'll put the 2x2 there. Hopper Botany. Oh boy, it does lag a little bit when adding the Hopper Botany. And then one of these, boom, and boom. Now it's going. Now we should be able to get string, we should be able to get bed eventually, but for some reason, because this will turn into hemp, and then I can turn the hemp into seeds, and I can turn the seeds into wool for a bed. But we will go ahead and end this off by collecting everything in here. That's gonna be more stuff. And I'll actually grab some steel, which is going to be another... Where is it? There you are. which is even more steel. And that even more steel. No, that goes in there. Does that, and that. Yep, we already got that, so that's going to be for 1. So I'll have to let that go for a little bit, but yeah. So, apologies again for the rant. I just, felt like I need to explain things and what's going on and all that stuff, so. Especially in the beginning of the video, because most people kind of click off after a few minutes, so. Yeah. I will see you all in the next episode where it will be a legitimate episode and not this. Bye.